Don't drive angry. Well, it's hard not to when you're listening to the Nice Guys on Business.
It's like a DeLorean, right? It's just like polished stainless steel.
And it will not get a dent as long as you try to smack into it with a rubber-coated sledgehammer like that one was just there.
Exactly.
There. Yeah. And of course, everybody, when they take a hammer to your Tesla, they do it straight on and don't try to do it at an angle.
You want a prediction about the weather? You're asking the wrong Phil. I'm going to give you a prediction about this winter. It's going to be cold, it's going to be dark, and it's going to last you for the rest of your lives. And not even the Nice Guys on Business can change it. Most days, they take their meds. This is not one of those days. Welcome to Fuckery with the Nice Guys. No interviews, no business content. Just your two favorite slack-jawed mouth breathers ranting about whatever. Now, strap yourselves in for Nice Guys Fuckery with the kings of fuckery, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
I may as well just hit record now so we can't lose any of that podcast gold that you are laying down right now.
You've seen, of course, The Princess Bride before, right?
I have.
That's how I'm feeling today. The way I'm feeling today is something like this. Doug Salad. Doug Salad. It's time to make the donuts. Yeah, I've been sick all day, man. My nose is fucking. Oh, it hurts. I hate having a runny nose and See, I don't get sick that often.
This is the whole problem with actually having to go out to the public, because when you go out to the public, you get germs. That's why I prefer just never to leave my house. Works so much better this way, Strickland.
I agree. I have not been outside in a while, but my daughter comes in and out, so maybe it's her fault. I don't know.
What are you going to do tomorrow? Because isn't Nice Guy community, just so you know, we're recording this on Wednesday. Typically we record on Thursday, but we can't record this Thursday. Why was that, Strickland?
Oh, it was because I had a date, but it got canceled, so it doesn't matter anyway.
Oh no. Did it get
I got blown off as quickly as I got accepted the date I was blown off, but it's all right.
Well, the problem is you said references available upon request. You gave a bunch of references.
Yeah. When she asked me, she said, "Oh, you're a podcaster. What's the name of your podcast?" That was my mistake. I never should have agreed to tell her the name of the damn podcast. Yeah.
Did you told her the name of that is like a, they got to get to know you first. You got to ease into that. That's like going to bed with somebody before you even have a chance.
I know, right? Yeah. You
can't tell anybody the name, when you approach it and it's like, well, it's the Nice Guys on Business podcast. Well, that's got to be such a sweet one. I have no idea, do they?
Yeah, no, it's definitely not a good idea until I get to know someone. This would not be the best first impression, I think, for someone that I was courting, so to speak. Yeah.
So if we have anything to add to this episode, we can actually record it tomorrow if we need to. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, if we need to, I'll survive. It's time to make the donuts. We got to do what we got to do. It's all good.
All right.
I'll just mute whenever I'm going to sneeze or blow my nose. It's all good.
Now you got me totally thinking about the difference between going on a job interview and dating. You can't like ask for like testimonials but why couldn't you? Wouldn't dating be a little bit better if you could ask for like references and a testimonial before the first, like, hey, look, I've seen your resume, which is your profile on your dating site. All looks good. If you wouldn't mind, just go ahead and send over from your, just send me a couple of your bank statements. Like, hey, what's your credit score? That would be a really good, that would be a good one.
That would definitely be a good one.
I just think that you could tell a lot about a person by some of these things that we don't really, they don't really enter into the dating world. Credit scores don't enter into the dating world. Neither do references or testimonials, but you would think that they would be like valuable, like tools to help you decide whether you want to go on a date.
Right. Can I get some references from some of your exes? Right. I mean, come on. What would be better than that? Right.
What harm could that do?
It's a great incentive to break up, kindly and diplomatically with someone when you split. Right.
I have this little questionnaire I'd like you to fill out. First question: what are your wounds from past relationships? What is your love language? This is good. Would you describe your credit score as a hot mess? It's like I don't know. I don't know how to do it. I don't know. Yeah. Well, fortunately for me, I've never had to really date. So I don't know any of that.
That's true. That's true. You get out of one relationship and just dive right into another right away.
I just go right into it. Just go right in. I'm full steam ahead, man. It's like if I can't make this, like, aren't you really just rolling the dice when you go on a date with somebody to determine whether it's going to last or not last?
Oh, 100%. Of course.
So I just go into it assuming it's going to last until it doesn't. Kind of like, I don't know, Kevin McCarthy, let's say, or whatever.
Oh, here we go. We're right into the politics now. Is that what we're talking about now?
I won't stay there. But man, oh man, as soon as this is the best job ever. I love this job. You know what? If you make me Speaker of the House, I promise I'll stay forever. And I'll even give you guys access to go ahead and kick me out. Oh, you want to kick me out? Okay. You know what? I'm going to stay though. I want to stay here forever because I really do like serving the people. You got my notice that I'm giving 30 days notice before I leave? Like, fuck, what the hell happened?
I gotta say, if I were him and I was, elected I was elected the Speaker of the House after 15 fucking votes, right? And then I get voted out, I'd be like, you know what? Fuck all of you guys. I'm not going to stick around for this shit. I've been beaten up enough, right? I'm with him 100%.
I am too. I completely agree with his actions. The only thing that I would have done differently was as soon as I got kicked off of the seat, I would have left to begin with. I'm like, fuck you. I'm taking my ball and going home. It's like, what else? What do you think you're going to do? You think you're going to be in office and people are going to respect you the same way that they did or didn't when you were in that Speaker of the House seat?
Yeah, true.
I mean, it's kind of like going from, I mean, this might be a little bit more dramatic, but it's kind of like going from, President of the United States to Postmaster General. It's like, has anybody that has held the presidential role? This is a really interesting question. Has anybody that's ever held the presidential role gone into another position within the government after being president?
That's interesting. I have no idea.
And I wonder how they would do if they were in that. I would think you would fucking have a lot of followers, a lot of people that would be on your team.
Sure, I would think so. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
I had all right, let's leave politics. I just thought I'd say that because that was one of the headlines that I read today because I'm like, oh, really? He's out that quick? that quickly? He's out? Okay, I get it. Yeah. I interviewed today a sponsor for the Nice Guys. Actually, it was really nice. His name is David Greenberg, and David works. He owns a company. I guess I should know the name of his company. Hold on. Let me just get the name of his company before I completely fuck this up. Oh, our editing team, they'll edit all this out. It's fine. David owns a company called empoweredfranchisee.com.
Okay.
And he's got a really cool business model. So I didn't even realize this kind of business model is out there. So he, for no fee, he does consulting with people that are interested in starting a franchise, but don't know what franchise they want to start. And he connects the franchisee, the person that wants to buy a franchise, with the franchisor, the person selling a franchise. And he makes his money from the franchisor, from the company that's selling franchises. So no obligation, no anything. It's the coolest thing ever.
I've heard of that business model before. And I got to admit, if I were a person who was interested in investing in a franchise, certainly there's some people that are like, ooh, I love restaurants, so I'm going to buy a fast food place or I'm going to buy a restaurant franchise.
Right.
But there are lots of other people who are like, you know what? I want a good investment and I don't know what the fuck I want to do. So it could be fucking restaurants or cleaning houses or fucking cleaning air ducts or anything. The sky's the limit when it comes to franchises. And having somebody who has navigated that kind of stuff and could help me negotiate with, like, this is a fucking ad for him before he's even given an ad, right?
Well, he paid for the ad, so this is the ad. So just
okay, good.
Just keep running.
No, but seriously, if I was that guy, I'd be like, first of all, I don't even know where to start in what type of business I want, right? So I'm sure he's going to ask me questions like, well, how much time and effort do you want to put into it? Do you want to put more time than money into it? What kind of budget do you have? Right.
Yep.
I mean, if you want to get a McDonald's franchise, I think you got to have $500,000 to start, because you need the physical, but you could do like a Mary Maids and shit like that with like 20 grand or something like that.
I was talking to him about like what are good, like I live in a remote town in a very popular part of California. What would be, I said, okay, what would be a good business for me? He asked me a couple of questions and he said, it's a non-sexy position. He didn't say this, but this is the reality of it. He's like, like insulation company, like a company that does anything in the home improvement trade, because he's like, you don't want to make your money a milkshake at a time. You want to make your money like 4 to 10 grand at a time. And I'm like, yeah, he's got my number with that. All right. Because there are some people that want to go into the restaurant business. They really like that. They kind of like the ice cream business or the donut business. You're funny. You joked about make the donuts. It's like, fuck, I love Dunkin' Donuts, but I would hate to open a Dunkin' Donuts.
Fuck, no way.
Got to get up at like 3 a.m. to be open by 6 a.m. for the fucking people that come in for coffee and donuts.
Right, hell no.
Smelling sugar all day. I'd be a fat diarrhea pooping guy my entire life. Like,
and then, I can't remember when I looked into this, but at some point I was like looking into details of franchise stuff, and it's so complicated, right?
Yeah,
there's like upfront fees, and then there's ongoing fees, and then there's percentages, and they're all fucking different, and they've all got different rules and shit. And like, it's hard to navigate. So it would be really good to have somebody to help navigate that. If that was the thing I wanted to get into.
Remember the guys from Chronic Taco, so Chronic, who just kept blowing me off. I'm like, fuck you guys. Just get out of my face. It's like, I don't want to deal with you anymore. Hey, look, if you're a Chronic Taco employee and you love Chronic Taco, I really like Chronic Taco. You guys have great tacos. You just can't make a fucking decision about anything. So it's like, I don't want to be dragged. I literally was dragged through this podcast process for like 3 years. And I'm like, you know what? When you're ready, call me. Until then, you don't want to hear from me. I don't want to hear from you, because I don't want to just go through this exercise. I'm not in business for maybes. I'm in business for yeses. And you know what I'm in business for? Give me a fucking no. You know what? Be a fucking man and give me a no, not just Chronic Taco. I love you guys. Again, I love your tacos. Hate your decision making. It's just not really good. Anyway, give me a no. I am okay with a no. Do you think that I survive on no's? 100 fucking % I survive on no's, because one more no puts me that more close to a yes. I fucking look at it. Anyway, I forgot why I brought up Chronic Tacos, but they sell franchises. I have no idea. I would be dealing with Chronic Taco, and then guess what happens? I probably have to hire a franchise attorney to help me with all the navigation of the contracts. I think that David and his team do all that. I think he puts the entire deal together, negotiates a good deal for you, and then he's paid by the fucking franchisor. I don't care.
That's amazing. So there's one quick politics thing I want to get into.
Okay, all right.
But it's going to be really quick, because I don't know
conversation. Okay.
Right. Well, because I don't know the detail. I don't know many of the details.
Okay.
But I'm here. This is back to Hunter Biden, and Hunter, like his dad feeding him shit and getting paid by the Chinese and shit like that. But I was trying to find some articles about this, and look, I am the kind of guy where if this shit is real, yeah, I want to fucking investigate it. I'm not saying it's Biden, and so of course I'm presuming he's clean and he's not as fucking dirty and crooked as Donald Trump, so don't even look into it. I'm saying
allegedly.
Fucking look into it, right? And if there's something wrong here, I would like to know. But the small details that I've seen, there are two things that I've seen. There's one thing that I saw that said he was taking regular payments from somebody, and it was $1,400 a month, and like, this could be influence because it was money from somebody that got money from China. Okay, I want to put that in perspective. $1,400 a month. Now, by the way, somebody else said there was a fucking car payment. It was like a loan payment back, right? $1,400 a month, or it was like $1,350 a month or something, right? $15,000 a year. I don't know what kind of influence you're going to buy for $15,000 a year. But just to put it in perspective, comparing that to, let's grab another figure out of the air, like $2 billion, which is exactly what Donald Trump's son got from Saudi Arabia. Do you know how many years you would have to collect $15,000 a year to make $2 billion?
It's at least 4. I'm pretty sure.
133,000 years.
Oh, the funny part about it is that's about the age of Biden right now, isn't it?
Anyway, so that was the first one that I just wanted to run by. But secondly, the second one, and I'm hoping more information comes out between now and like the time the episode is aired or something, so we can get a call from Jared, because I really would love to hear more about this. The second thing is, hang on, I'm actually looking at there's no details, but I am looking at the headline. Biden was in direct contact with Hunter's business partners. No, hang on, that's the wrong one. That's not the one I want to look at. It was one where it was a Chinese, let's see, somebody was getting money from a company that was getting money from Hunter through China or something, right? So here's how I read this again, with the teeny tiny details that were in here.
Yeah.
Basically, hey, Doug, you take a salary from Turnkey Podcast, don't you?
Yes, of course I do.
And Doug, I subpoenaed your bank records, and I noticed that once a week, there is a payment to Long Duck Dong Chinese delivery.
I like food.
That means you are being influenced by the Chinese, and Turnkey is being influenced by the Chinese, because there's regular payments to somebody who's Chinese through you to the company. Money comes from the company to you, and then it goes to China. You're fucking guilty. That's the way I read this. They're like, seriously, just can you find some more fucking details? Can you really, like, it's so ridiculous. They are fucking grasping at straws.
Are you? You got more on that?
No. It just kills me, because it's Saudi Arabia gives literally the day after the inauguration of Joe Biden, $2 billion to Jared Kushner. And I'm like, oh, what's the big deal? He's just a businessman. What's the big deal? But like, Joe Biden's fucking son has he gets a goddamn handgun, and he lies on the application by saying, I haven't done drugs. And like, fucking Joe, oh, it's just so fucking ridiculous to me. It's so, the hypocrisy is what kills me. Okay. That's what kills me. It's that they are just grasping at straws and ignoring, because Trump is their guy. They just ignore all that shit. And then, anyway, that's it. I'm done.
Would you like to talk about the Wolf of Wall Street now? Because I've been.
Oh yeah, you were watching that again the other night. It was funny. Oh, you're still watching it?
Well,
how long is it?
It's only a 2-hour movie or so, but it is broken up into like 20-minute increments. The way that I'm watching it right now, because JJ and I watch a lot of shit together, and it's totally not her thing. So I'm like, all right, well, I'll just watch it when I get a moment. Right. Like at the end of our meetings, if she's still in a meeting, I will go watch my 20 minutes. It's fucking amazing that I'm like, is this a true story? And it's fucking based upon a true story.
Yeah. I don't think loosely based upon a true story. My understanding, and I could be wrong on this, is they did take a lot of facts from a bunch of different, Wall Street traders and created a story. So all the bits and pieces are true, but there's not one person it's based on. I could be wrong on that.
All right. So I believe that you might be mistaken. It says,
I could be. You may be right.
Who is the real Jordan Belfort? I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio was the guy that plays Jordan Belfort. The overall story of Jordan Belfort and his brokerage firm, Stratton Oakmont, as presented in Scorsese's film, is true to life. Belfort was violating probably hundreds of laws at any given time, most of which involving defrauding his shareholders and manipulating the stock of dozens of companies. It is ridiculous how crazy the entire movie is. You just keep thinking, would anybody notice that? Would anybody not notice this kind of obvious defrauding? But it's like, okay, well, let's look in true to life form. Let's look at what the hell's his name? Sam Bankman-Fried or whatever his name.
Yeah.
It's like that was a Ponzi scheme. He was using more money coming in to pay investors that were already in the investment circle, paying them as though they were dividends he was paying them, or returns he was paying them on the stocks buys for cryptocurrency. That dude is going to go to jail for like 200 years.
Oh yeah, he's never getting out. Yeah,
Oh,
no doubt. I agree. Interesting thing I saw about Wolf of Wall Street. I can't remember where I saw this, but it was like, when they dissect certain scenes, right? And there's a scene when Leonardo DiCaprio first meets, who's the other actor? His right hand man.
Yeah, I forget the guy.
The big round guy.
Yeah.
And it's that scene in the diner when they first meet, and he's like, "Yeah, if you really made $77,000 this month, I'll quit my job and come work for you," right? And Jonah Hill, right? And Jonah Hill was pretty young and new at the time, right? So they showed the script from the scene, and what the guys did, what the two of them did, like 2/3 of the lines are improv.
Wow.
And that's what was so cool about it, because if you look at the script and you read through what they were supposed to do, it's like, oh yeah, that would have been interesting. But the little flourishes that they added, it just gave it so much more personality. And it's just really cool to think about things like, okay, how much does casting affect a movie?
Wow.
Not just that, but also directing, right? There's some directors who are like, look, this is what's on the page, fucking read what's on the page. And other directors who are like, yeah, okay, you could, play with it a little bit. That'd be okay. I just think that kind of stuff's fascinating.
Perhaps the biggest surprise to be found in Belfort's memoir is that most of what was depicted in the film is true, at least according to Belfort's best recollection. The copious amounts of drugs, the proliferation of sex workers, and rampant criminality are all depicted pretty accurately. Many of the more outrageous scenes in the film, such as the female employee who has her head shaved for $10,000, are true. Stratton Oakmont was notoriously depraved, but much of that depravity was inspired by existing financial institutions, some of them prestigious, others. So that's probably where you get it. It's like, yeah, all of the craziness, or a lot of the craziness, was probably inspired by other institutions that were doing that. But he's just a fucking nut.
That's interesting. So they asked him if it's all true, and he's like, I think so. I was pretty fucked up at the time. I don't remember.
He made a lot of money, but then again, it's probably small potatoes compared to what these guys were doing, like Madoff and Sam Bankman-Fried.
Insane,
crazy shit. Hey, did the new Tesla come out?
New Tesla? The Cybertruck?
Yeah, I don't even understand that. That is the ugliest thing I have ever seen.
Dude, I couldn't agree with you more. It looks like something out of a bad video game, right? I really feel, what's funny? There are times I'm driving down the street and I will see the front of a car and I'll be like, oh, that kind of looks like a Tesla, but it's not. And there are Porsches that have a similar nose, right? Mm-hmm. And I think about that. I'm like, okay, if I look at a Tesla like a Model S, it looks like a nice luxury sedan to me, right? My Model 3, to me, looks like a slightly smaller version, but a cool, hip. And the more I see other cars on the street, the nose is very much like a Porsche, right? And obviously, if you see a Tesla and you've never seen one before, you're like, oh, that's a car. That's a cool car. It's kind of slick and whatever. The truck is like, what the fuckity fuck is that?
I think they said, how do we make the ugliest SUV that we can possibly make? I'm looking at it. It says Tesla began deliveries of the Cybertruck on Thursday. So last week, marking the electric automaker's long-awaited entry into the pickup market. They call it a pickup? Is it really?
It is. It's a pickup. Yeah. You can't, it's not. So the Model Y is technically an SUV. But the Cybertruck there's no back part.
I can't. I'm only looking at a side view. It just looks like it's a sweeping down version. So you're saying that back part is actually open if you look from the back?
Yeah, you can close it, but if you close it, it's like having a pickup. It's not like you can put seats back there like an SUV.
Right. Oh my gosh.
It's like sloped down, like you could close the back, like if you put a lid on the back of your
What's
bed.
it's called the Cybertruck. So let me see.
It is actually called the Cybertruck.
Cost.
Yeah, it's crazy to me because like SUVs and pickups are not only the most popular vehicles in the US, they are the most profitable vehicles in the US. So why wouldn't you just design a pickup? Oh, and if you look at a pickup truck from Chevy or Ford or Dodge or Honda or Toyota or fucking Hyundai or whoever, they all look like fucking pickup trucks. And that's why they're popular, because they all look pretty much the fucking same. Why wouldn't you just take advantage of that and make one that looks like a pickup, just maybe a little bit cooler?
Well, let me give you my spin on this, because the guy that drives the pickup truck likes the internal combustion engine. They like the exhaust. They like the sound. They like all of the stuff. They want to be able to throw a sheet of plywood in or use it for all the things. I mean, I have a 67. I take my 67 Ford F-250, which is probably the most popular. The F series truck is the most selling pickup truck ever. So I don't know that this Tesla is going to be this particular version. It looks like a luxury pickup truck.
Well, I think you're going to have a much better chance of winning over a pickup truck owner, because I agree with everything you said. But if I'm a pickup truck owner and I'm thinking to myself, maybe I care about the fucking, I don't want to burn gas. I want to save money. Okay, I'd be interested. If I see that, I would be like, fuck that. I want a pickup that looks like a fucking pickup. You just got a better chance of luring somebody over who's not that interested in an electric car if you make one that looks like a
that guy
pickup.
That you're talking about is not a pickup owner. That guy is not, he'll never buy a Tesla, no matter what the look of it is. So they could make it look into a pickup. We rednecks like rednecks. I'm not even calling myself a redneck, but I have to include myself to a certain degree in that category because I have a pickup truck. I enjoy driving a pickup truck for the pickup truck's sake. I feel like there's a culture of pickup truck drivers that like to fit this certain stigma. And that stigma is I'm only getting in my pickup truck if I'm wearing jeans and my hiking boots. I'm not getting in it with my, I don't know. I don't even, my cardigan.
Well, and I'm not a pickup guy. And who knows, maybe that's what Elon is thinking. Maybe he's thinking to himself, you know what? Those pickup truck guys, it doesn't matter what I make it look like. I'm not going to win them over. So I might as well just go the other way. I may go like a totally different direction and just fucking make it look like something from outer space.
Are they only one color? Are they just that silver color? That's all.
Yeah, I'm actually looking it up on the website right now. No paint. So you can only get it in silver, because this is one of his things. They're basically saying, look, you can beat on this thing with a hammer and you won't even notice it. It won't scratch.
Oh, I saw that.
Glass is shatter resistant, like all that crap. They're basically saying, look, this is made like a work truck and you can beat the crap out of it because it really is a truck.
Can you see somebody actually taking this to a work site?
No, no, not right now. I mean, we'll see what happens down the road, but I'm with you on this one. And I love my Tesla. Mine's like 5 years old and I would buy another one, but I wouldn't buy one of these fucking Cybertrucks.
They're just not, they have no level of attractiveness to me. They kind of look like they're right out of, what's that video game that you play that you build the world? I forget what it's called. Like
Minecraft.
Minecraft. That's it. It looks like it's out of Minecraft.
Yeah, it is kind of Minecraft looking, yeah.
It's like a really odd, really weird kind of shape. I'm like, I don't know that I would ever have that. Now, for $61,000, it certainly rivals the cost of a full, not even a full pickup truck. Like, you can get a fully loaded F series truck. I think you're going to spend $70,000 or $80,000 for that. I'm like,
that's insane.
Fucking person can afford that.
It's crazy.
God, I'd much rather spend like $5,000 to $10,000 on a 60-something beater and just beat the shit out of it. Mm-hmm. Hey, they even have a nickname for trucks like mine. They're called shit boxes for a reason. That's actually that's the nickname.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God. So, there's a couple of things as of Wednesday. There's a couple of really fucked up things that are going on in the world. You want to talk about them for a minute, and we'll come back to a more positive subject like voicemail after that?
Sure. Tell me about the fucked up things going on in the world.
Today is Wednesday, December 6th, I think it is the date. Today there was a UNLV shooting.
I heard that.
Just a
Yes.
fucking dude goes around like, and there's another shooting in Austin. There was a shooting in Austin and San Antonio or somewhere
Oh, I
like
didn't
that.
hear about that. I mean, I've got
Yeah,
friends that go to UNLV. I looked them up as soon as I heard about that,
that
but I didn't
is
know there was one in Austin too.
like, what is the fucking deal? Why? Okay, hold on.
No, but you know what's really fucked up? What's
What?
really fucked up is both of those things happened, and it's not even going to be a blip on the fucking radar because it happens so goddamn often.
That is the weirdest thing. When we were in school, there would never be like a drill, a hide. What is it called? Hide and whatever. You
Oh
know,
my God. I don't even get me started on that shit.
like
Like
all of that. But
active shooter drills, right?
like, God, that's bad. So is the answer something like, here comes another controversial subject, but it certainly is. It probably helps to have a conversation about it for a second. If gun control, I do not think would deter this activity.
Well, here's the hard part. Okay. It's the way I see it from a practical standpoint is anything that we would do. I mean, it would never happen because there's so many people that are so against any
It's not
form of
going to
gun
hurt.
control.
It won't hurt to have people have a waiting period or something else. I mean, it can't deter from people. It won't. I don't know how to say this and just make it sound right or not sound like I'm a total dick. But by having gun control in place, it's will it stop something? Maybe. Will it deter something? Maybe. Did that person have the foresight to think about it for more than 5 hours or 24 hours or 2-week waiting period? Or do you get angry with someone and then go, I'm going to Walmart, I'm going to buy a fucking shotgun, and then, and it doesn't include things like shotguns. You can still walk into to Walmart and buy a shotgun and walk out in 10 minutes later.
Well, that's and it's kind of two different things I think that we're looking at, right? You've got the big picture of like these mass shooters, and I do believe at this point it's like, look, the horse is out of the fucking barn, right? There are literally more guns in this country than there are people. So, like, we could ban every new weapon sale tomorrow, and the problem is they're going to be around for 100, 200 years
Right,
because
right.
the half-life of a gun is really, really fucking long if you take care of it. So I'm with you on that. It's like, it's just too late. But there's lots of times, lots of situations that I hear about where some guy gets fucking drunk and he gets pissed off at his girlfriend or whatever. And he goes to goddamn Walmart and gets a fucking gun and goes back and gets stupid and starts shooting. That is the kind of shit that I think we could probably do better to just say, look, really, do you have to be able to walk into a Walmart and walk out with a gun?
No.
Like, is a
No.
waiting period such a terrible idea?
No.
And people who are against it, their argument is, hey, you know what? You guys just want to collect my information so you can have it on file and use it against me later. Okay.
Interesting.
Do you have a driver's license?
They already
Fucking
have
everybody has a goddamn driver's license. They have your information. Do you have a fucking phone? Okay. They know where you are. They know who you are. They know where you've been. Trust me, if the fucking government wants to track you,
Yeah.
they don't need you to fill out a fucking form for a gun. They can do it already.
So what is the solution to it, to something now we don't know these two scenarios, the one that either in Austin, Texas or at UNLV.
Mhm.
But we know other scenarios where a guy who's been in the military, let's say, I'm not saying anything about the military at all, but let's just take a scenario where a guy's been in the military, knows how to operate a gun, knows the types of guns to get, has the gun, collects the gun, starts collecting the ammunition, all of the other things, buys multiple guns weeks and months in advance sometimes, even shares this information of what he's doing on whatever pages. And there's still an opportunity for him to go out and do a shoot 'em up somewhere and kill a bunch of people. I mean, I don't know. Yes, any roadblock that you put in the way is better than no roadblock at all. The question is, to what end and to what degree, and to whose violation of privacy and freedoms are you stopping are you stopping the guy that could buy a gun, that could actually have the gun in their possession and defend the territory that this person that has bought the gun in. And when you outlaw guns, only outlaws have guns, right? Isn't that the reality of it?
Look, to me, I would say small picture. Personally, I'm not a gun guy, but I'm also not somebody who says nobody should have guns. Big picture, I don't think there's a fucking answer. I don't think there's a right answer. It's too late. We are way, way past being able to come up with any kind of answer. So is the answer throw your hands in the air? I don't fucking know.
I don't know either. It's just so sad when you see that. And then how much of it is, hey, did we see the signs ahead of time? Did we see the signs? Or did we just miss the signs? You got the guys whose parents are calling the police to say, hey, my son bought a gun. Yeah. Okay. We'll go and check him out. And then they go and check him out. And hey, sorry, there's nothing. He hasn't violated any laws. He hasn't violated. There's nothing that we can do about it. And and then the guy goes out and kills 20 people. And I think that there was just a recent scenario where that was actually the case, where there was so many signs that went out, but the guy didn't break any laws. It's like, well, okay, you can't arrest somebody for. Can you arrest somebody for thinking they're going to commit a crime, or only for the actual crime itself?
Yeah, it's fucked. I don't think there's a right answer.
Fucked up.
Don't know what to tell you, but it's pretty fucked up.
All right. Do we have voicemails?
We do. We have 2 voicemails.
2 voicemails. I am going to say that both of those voicemails, I think we're going to have Retribution Day by Jared. I'm going to say, since we had
Retribution, that sounds serious.
Check that out. That's the Cybertruck.
The Cybertruck, yeah. I figured I'd leave that up for you to see it.
Yeah.
Here's the little image of like the Cybertruck all unpacked and shit. So it does have a back seat, right? But the whole thing, it's not like an SUV.
I love how they present it. They present it to like, okay, I'm gonna put this person going like glamping or whatever, rock climbing. I'm not gonna put like, is there one that's got? Oh wait, there was a construction site there. I wanted to see the one that's got people putting 2x4s and shit like that in there. Yeah. Could you see?
We're gonna dump a bunch of dirt in the back. Yeah. Look, and we can close it so nobody steals your dirt. Right. That's important.
Whoa.
If you need to haul like a nuclear missile or something. Oh, a turbine. It looked like a fucking bomb to me, but okay.
Turbine, dude.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
But here, there's a little image here of, look, like this, right? That's the said, no paint, no chips. It's like, boom, we just fucking beat the crap out of it. And it's like a DeLorean, right? It's just like polished stainless steel.
And it will not get a dent as long as you try to smack into it with a rubber coated sledgehammer like that one was just there.
Exactly.
There. Yeah. And of course, everybody, when they take a hammer to your Tesla, they do it straight on and don't try to do it at an angle.
Yeah.
Your nice plastic coated shopping cart. Nothing happens to it there. Let me see. Let me throw a big piece of glass up against the Tesla. What will work better, steel or stone? What's more? Yeah, I'm going to go for the steel.
It's funny, actually, because if I remember correctly, when Elon Musk, when they first were announcing the Cybertruck, they had a big reveal. And they brought out a pre one, and I think he took like a baseball or something and threw it at the glass.
Yeah,
presuming it would not, and it broke. The fucking glass broke.
Elon, stick to the steel. We didn't know you were going to throw it against the glass.
Right.
Shatter resistant glass. What fucking car doesn't have shatter resistant glass? Doesn't every car have like that safety glass on it?
I think so. Yeah, pretty much.
It's like,
it's a Tesla, so it's extra safety glass or some shit.
It's kind of like I know you've said this a bunch of times, but it's kind of like when Apple came out with the water resistant phone. It's
right.
And like the Google phone, whatever it's called, the Pixel or whatever it is, they've had it for like 3 years. They throw it in down to 100 feet of water, and it comes out. And the guy's making a phone call as he's scuba diving. Got all that going on, and then this guy's riding with an Apple on his bike. And he rides through like a fire hydrant that's just spraying water in the air, and he rides through it. He's like, it's just like this horrible digitized connection, but the phone still works. It's like
my favorite ad that was a dig on Apple. I don't remember what fucking series of Apple it was,
Yeah.
but it's this guy and he's like walking down the street and he sees a line of people, right? And he says to his buddy, he's like, "Hey, what's going on?" "Oh yeah, the new phone's coming out. The new phone's coming out." He's like, "Really?" And they slow down. You see somebody in line. He's like, "Yeah, I hear they're going to put the headphone jack on the bottom this time." Oh, like they're so excited. It's like, that's how I feel about the new Apple. Like, really, it's an 11 instead of a 10. It's not that much fucking better. All they did was move the headphone jack from the top to the bottom. There's nothing to get excited about unless you really just want to spend another $1,100 on a new fucking phone.
Yeah, yeah, okay. It's a big deal, Strick. It's a big deal. It's worth waiting 4 hours. It's almost like waiting 4 hours for a fucking sandwich at a new sandwich shop in LA, which I've done too.
Which I would also not do. We've talked about that before.
I know. I got so mad. I was so fucking pissed when.
Well, you didn't wait, right? Like you started, if I remember correctly, you started to wait with JJ for the pop-up, and then you were like,
"I'm going to get something."
And she was like, "Fine, you go do your thing and come back." And then you went and walked around and came back and right.
Yeah,
dude, you did it right.
Certain things that I am not about. It's like, yes, it's a fucking good sandwich. It's a really good sandwich. I don't think there's any sandwich. If my option is no sandwich and starve or wait in line for 4 hours, I will wait. If it's right in the middle of LA and there's 1,700 sandwich shops within a walking, I'm like, at the end of the day, it's just a fucking sandwich.
I'm sorry if I'm not waiting 4 hours for any goddamn sandwich. I love to eat. I mean, I know. I can't imagine any food stuff that I would wait 4 hours for. Like it's that good. I'm sorry.
I'm just hoping now they've opened up a full-time shop now. It's no longer just a pop-up. They were just testing the market, which obviously worked because there was a 4-hour fucking wait to get their sandwich in that day. They now have been open for the last couple of weeks. I do know when we went to Florence, Italy, the couple of times that we went there was still a line, but it's been there for years and years and years. This is a new shop. It's in Venice, California. And I'm just wondering if we go there after they've been open up a few weeks, is it going to be an hour wait? Because I've already planted the seed of, if there is a long wait, I am not waiting. You can wait and I will go shopping. And she's like, that's fine. That's fine. I like the sandwich. It's just not worth it.
No. Nope. Have you had Schlotsky's sandwiches before?
I know. What is a Schlotsky's?
So Schlotsky's is maybe it is just started as an Austin thing. It's a chain, right? But it's like a deli chain. And I think it started as like, some fucking deli shop that got famous, and then they started franchising it. I had never eaten there before, but I've seen a bunch of them, and there's some near me. And so I decided to try it the other day, and it's like, it was not good. Like there are places where I'd be like, it was okay. I might or might not go back. This was like, I would not go back. Like the bread was weird, and it was just everything about it was fucking weird. Don't know why I had to.
Let's get the voicemails.
Felt the need to do that, but
get the voicemails.
Let's make sure I got all my settings right, and that the moon is facing the right direction, and all the antennas. I'm touching the antennas and holding them right.
Hey, do you have a tinfoil on those antennas?
Right.
We got a voicemail from Jared. I said a voicemail from Jared. You know a voicemail from Jared. Nobody else will call. We got a voicemail from Jared. Screw the rest of y'all.
I'm waiting.
No,
I'm waiting, Doug.
I am not going anywhere.
Really?
No,
I was just waiting for it.
No, nothing to say.
Did we talk about me joining a band last week? I can't remember.
We did talk about that.
Good. We won't talk about it again then. Here, let's get right into the voicemails.
Hi, Doug. Hi, Strickland. So I'm going to say that this is going to be voicemail 1 through 4, all in one. Great episode. You guys were right. It really was a mix of like all the things, entertainment and otherwise. So I wanted to highlight a few things here. I took some notes. Number one, I used ChatGPT the other day to give me the average of 30 numbers, and it gave me 4 different averages. I was like, what is happening here? Completely incorrect information. So I had to figure it out myself. Useless. Time waster. Okay, next. I was curious. You recently had a guest on the Nice Guys on Business podcast who thought she was on the Friday fuckery, but then she realized she wasn't. I think her name was Allison. Anyway, what happened to the Turnkey podcast, out of curiosity? And how did you make that decision? Next topic, Hijack. Just so you know, I think you did finish season 1 probably. That was correct information. But fact checker here, I'm pretty sure that they're coming back with a season 2. And I feel like they set us up for that in the end. I didn't love the last episode. The last 2 minutes of the last episode, I didn't love.
What show? I missed it.
And then as far as getting
Hijack.
the Emily fix, yes, please. I will email you separately on this topic. I would love to come back and hang out with you two because, like I said to Strickland in the recent episode, you two were the highlight of my 2023. One of the highlights of my 2023. Okay. Goodbye.
Okay, so let's roll back. First of all,
There was a lot of stuff in there. Just a lot to unpack.
I really love being one of the highlights of Emily's 2023. That's super exciting. It really is. I love that.
Being the highlight of anybody's life in 2023.
Well, especially Emily though. And I may see Emily actually in a couple of weeks. I'm going to Portland, Maine, and she said she might drop by.
Well, okay then.
So Hijack.
That must be a show. I thought she was about to hijack the voicemail and say something. I didn't realize that is a show. Okay.
When I heard her say hijack, I was thinking the same thing, like she's hijacking the show, but then it made more sense. Emily, you might have to remind me. I remember the sort of twist end where he goes back on the plane and it's like, oh, he's going to get it to okay, I kind of expected that, but I think the last 2 minutes you're talking about is really the last 2 minutes. And I just wasn't paying that much attention. Maybe there was something I missed as a twist at the end. But yeah, I like Idris Elba, and it's a show like that, right? The premise of it is that this plane is being hijacked, right? And when you kind of see the mechanics of how they did it, it's not all that realistic, but it's you know what? I don't really care. This is just fun action movie anyway. So if they did have a season 2 and it was some really twisted sort of unbelievable reason that they set up of how they got into it, I probably wouldn't care by episode 2.
I think we did talk about Hijack, right? Didn't we for a brief moment? You're just I don't know how they would have a season 2 because would they have to get on another plane and get hijacked again?
Right. Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, there was more stuff in there though, wasn't there?
ChatGPT averages. So I wonder if one ChatGPT was doing the mean, the mode, or the median average. But no, I think it was just fucking wrong, probably.
And what are you referring to?
Average. She had 30 numbers and she needed the average of the 30 numbers. And she asked ChatGPT and got 4 different answers.
Whoa.
You don't remember that?
No.
I listen very carefully when Emily speaks.
Wait, was that all in that message that she was just leaving?
Yes, it was.
All right, interesting.
I can run it back if you like.
No, that's okay. That's okay. For those that are needing are jonesing for an Emily fix, did you just tell them that she would be here?
I know we're on the calendar, but I don't remember when for.
I think we are next week. Hold on a second. Let me go and look at the calendar itself. Hold on a second. Okay. Let me look. I believe that she is on the calendar.
Oh, wait a minute. The 20th.
No, she's on the calendar for the 20th. So we have well, interestingly enough, Strickland. So my son Adam is in town next week. Now, maybe it'll be a Doug, Adam, Strickland.
Oh, that was fun. Last time we did that was super fun.
Yeah, we did the glossary of Adam terms.
And that was back when I had my long beard and he said it was so sharp I could cut someone with it.
Well, Adam is coming to town, and he is bringing his new girlfriend Olive with him.
Wow.
So this is good. This is a serious one.
That's
Strick.
serious.
This is pretty serious. This could
Your
be,
daughter just got married within the last year. Maybe your son's going the same way.
A year and a couple of days. He was married December 3rd last year. So you're right. He could be following suit. Now, I don't mean to jump to a conclusion here, but she certainly seems to be very into him, and he loves her, and I know that all is good. The stars are aligning pretty nicely.
It's very exciting.
Hmm.
There wasn't there something? I think there was one more thing that Emily said, and now that we've been talking, I can't remember.
I don't know. I say we just skip it and get to what we'll have her fill in the details. Not that what she's saying is not very interesting, Emily. It's very interesting, but we prefer you here live and in person.
Totally.
Or virtually, and then.
All right, we're ready for one more voicemail.
Yeah. Do we know if Emily is she making now? We have changed. We didn't tell the audience. We didn't tell our community that we have changed the dates for Las Vegas.
Oh, that's true. Well, not that anybody cares, because nobody's going to reach out to us and see us anyway, but it's going to be the first weekend in February now instead of the last weekend in January. Oh, but we do need to let Emily know, because she might consider joining us.
Okay. Well, there you go. It's going to be so that is the weekend of, hold on a second. Let me let everybody know what the weekend is. That is going to be February 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Instead of that last week of January. So February 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If that now is an open date for you all in our community, then feel free, please. Strickland says there's good things that are going to happen that time. So
it's the weekend before the Super Bowl, which is going to be in Vegas. So like maybe if you're going to Vegas for the Super Bowl, just get there a couple days early and have a forget that minor Super Bowl party, have a real party with the nice guys.
Wait, get there a couple days early or get there like a week early?
Well, it depends. I mean, I would think if you're going into Vegas for the Super Bowl, which is on a Sunday, I would think you would probably get there a couple days early to experience the town and the other fun before. It's not like you'd fly in on Sunday morning to watch a game Sunday afternoon.
I got it. But if somebody's flying in to watch the Super Bowl, and let's just say they come in a couple days early. So let's just say they come in. So the Super Bowl is on the 11th. Is that what you're telling me?
Okay, Doug, I get where you're going. Yes, come in a week early and fucking hang out with us. Then, okay?
It's like all you got to do. We're worth it. We know that. Let's not mince words here.
And we are staying downtown at the Plaza. I've already booked our rooms, so we're all set at the Plaza.
Let's not get lost in the details. It is a week earlier, but let's not get lost in the details.
Yeah.
So you booked the rooms?
Yeah, rooms are booked. Yeah.
All right. This is good. So do we have a block? Do we have a room block?
Yeah, we have like a room block. Yeah, I wanted to get that off of the books before the end of the calendar year. We needed the expenses from during.
Did they let us pay for it?
They let us put a deposit down on each room. And since we're only staying for 2 nights, we basically paid for half of it up front, and then we'll pay for the other half there.
I think we're going to stay for another night or two. So I don't know.
I love that plan. I will probably. So we're with the team. We're doing Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But I was thinking I may get in a day or two early, and I would love it if you got in a day or two early too.
Well, I don't know that we're going to be in a day or two early, but I think we're staying until at least Monday. But I think Monday is drive back day. We're driving, by the way.
Oh yeah, cool. Okay.
So we'll just you might have to send me the reservation so I can extend the reservation the one day.
No problem.
We can do
when
you get a chance. All right, let's get to voicemail number 2.
Oh, hold on. I'm sorry.
I was
doing something else here.
Okay.
Multitasking. Here we go.
The best part of your show, you guys, is that you make each other laugh.
Oh my God.
And for me, that means the world. Hi, it's Erica. I'm not up for air yet. I'm still down below the surface with my scuba gear on, doing my best to keep on the healing trail. But I just want you to know you make my heart smile every Friday, and thank you so much. And I especially love the way you make each other laugh. Mm-hmm. All right. Have a great week. Bye.
Oh, I love that. For those of you who have not been paying attention, I think we've talked about it on the show too, but if you're in the Facebook group, you've seen it. Erica has been under the weather. She has not been feeling well, and we keep wishing her the best and sending good vibes her way and hoping she's doing better. And we appreciate the taking the time to leave us a message. Love that.
Hell yeah. Well, thanks, Erica. Get better. Get better soon, and let's get you into the guest seat. Well, it's not even a guest seat. Let's get you into the co-host seat as well, so you can join me and Strick. We'd love to have you. We love Emily, but we would love to have Erica here too. Or you know what? We could do a Emily, Erica. We could do the E's, the DSEE.
E squared.
Seed. Strickland, Erica, Emily, and Doug. We could do this.
Ooh, nice.
Model,
I like
the
that.
seed model. I like that.
I like that. That's all we've got. So unless there is one missing, once again, no voicemail from Jared. Although, did we have one last week? I think we had one last week from Jared. I can't remember now.
I don't remember.
Oh no, we had no voicemails.
That's what I was thinking. We had no voicemails last week.
Oh my God. If we hadn't been, I was going to say, if we haven't been in a text chain with Jared, I would be like wondering if he's okay. But I did just realize that even though our chain is going, I can't guarantee we've gotten texts from Jared. It could be you, me, and Tim just doing our thing, and like maybe Jared hasn't been involved.
That pretty much means it's you and Tim doing your thing. I've turned off notifications for that text chain because my phone would literally beep 20 times a day. I don't know how you guys do it. Is this like a common occurrence in the meme world where everybody just sends memes? And because you guys, I don't mind getting them. The ones that I read, I can. If I ever see my name mentioned, so Tim, here is a heads up for you and for Jared as well. If I see my name mentioned, I generally will read that message, but other than that, sometimes I just kind of skip. I don't delete anything. I just don't do anything with it.
Well, I do the same thing. I've muted notifications from the thread, but I'll pull it up and look through the last 4, 5, or 8 messages or whatever in a group at a time. I like looking at them, but you're right. I can't grab it every time it goes off. But
it's too
I
hard.
love all the memes and shit.
So today, 80 degrees and sunny here in Ojai, California. It hit 80 yesterday as well. So we've been enjoying it. Actually, it hit 95 on my porch. I'm like, what the fuck? It's because it's my porch bakes in the afternoon. Oh, hey, we changed up our plans here. I'll share this with you in the community for those that are late listeners in the show. So I think what we're gonna do is, because of the pretty rich expense of the second house that we were thinking about building on the property, we're now looking at an Airstream. What do you think about that? Airstream on the property, permanently parked.
Yeah. Well, we were talking last week about a trailer, right?
Right.
And Airstreams, they have a cool look, right? I like the silver, the shiny, the round. I don't know off the top of my head how practical and functional they are. I don't know if they are or are not.
Well, I'll talk about the bastion of functionality. I mean, I just hook it up to the back of my truck and I take it away if I want to go traveling with it.
But there's so many options nowadays for trailers.
Yeah.
The Airstream model has been around for so long, and it is a super cool, hip, retro look.
Yeah.
But inside, is it like functional? Is it pretty good size? Is it something that, like, what I think is cool about a lot of the trailers today, where like you park it and then like you pop the sides and you pull the windows and it makes more fucking room. And it's like, if it's going to be parked permanently in the back or semi-permanently in the back,
right.
I would think you'd want one that when you walk into it, it feels like a small apartment instead of feeling like a trailer that happens to be parked in the back.
So the biggest challenge with those, and we've looked at a couple of them. We specifically looked at one model at a RV place that's down in Ventura. The challenge with those is that they are these huge billboards of graphics. I don't know if you've ever seen them.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
They have the name of it, or like travel suite, and it's got like these sweeping graphics of different like beige and browns, and I'm like, oh my God, we'd actually have to have that fucker wrapped because it is so ugly. Okay, so we could have it wrapped. So that would be one thing. I do like the bump out idea, but I also do like that retro vibe of the Airstream. The other thing that we found is that anything. It's funny. I talked to a buddy of mine who is very schooled and learned in the world of travel trailers. He said, you do not want to buy one between the years that were built in the years 2000, 2001, or 2002, or 2021. 20, 21, 22, or 23. God, I fucked that up completely.
Really?
Because they were so popular because of COVID. Nobody was traveling far. They couldn't build them fast enough. And so they did not put out a quality product for those. They were whatever it's called, slapstick with their not slapstick.
Interesting.
So he sent me like the list of the worst RVs construction wise to buy in 2020 to 2023. The three that I were looking at were the top three on that list. I'm like, that's not good. And then I was looking at the most quality travel trailers to buy, and Airstream was the number one. Now,
interesting. Now, hang on. You say the best option.
Quality
looking at what metric? Oh, quality construction.
Yeah, only quality.
Well, what if you bought one that was like 2018 or 2019?
Well, what I would like to do is I'm even looking at Airstreams that were built in the 70s and 80s.
But have you looked inside any of them?
Well, many of them have been renovated at this point. It's like they've done full renovations, and they're not the pop out kind. So you do lose a little, and they're not as high as the other ones. But the one that we looked at, it was literally from the ground to the top. It was 13.4.
What?
It was like a billboard. I'm like, that's almost 2 stories.
You see, I don't think I've ever seen an Airstream that big.
No. I mean, not the Airstream, not Airstream. The regular travel trailers. They have these monstrosities that were the one that we looked at that we really liked, which was 40 feet long. It was 13 feet 4 inches high.
That's crazy. Now, is it a pop-up top also? Like when you're driving, is it 13 feet tall?
When you're driving, it's 13 feet tall. The pop-outs are left and right. So there was 6 pop-outs on the ones that we saw.
13 feet. Now, it's not 2 stories though, right? Like you walk in, is it like 9-foot fucking ceilings inside and shit?
Yes.
Okay, that's nuts. That's fucking crazy. But that's why I ask, have you been inside? I've never been in an Airstream. I'm not like trying to tell you that it's fucking round dinky thing. I have no idea. But when I see them, it looks like if I walked into one, I would not be able to stand up straight inside it.
It seems like that, doesn't it? I don't know.
It feels like that.
I've never been in an Airstream, so I don't know. But we're gonna take a look at them. We're looking. There's a site. It's called AirstreamMarketplace.com. So they have them all over the country. You know, they have many for sale in California, all different ages, all different levels of repair or disrepair, whatever you need to do, and they're pretty pricey though. That's like the grandfather of the travel trailer world, and they're high quality and they have a price tag to match it.
Yeah, because that's the other thing that I've heard. I think you're paying for the name. Yeah, sure, it's quality, right? But you're paying for the name and you're paying for the hipness. But dude, you be you. You get a schoolie, right? Get an old school bus and just do that. Park it in the back. That'd be cool.
That would be kind of cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not exactly the vibe that we're looking at, for looking at when we are, viewing out into our backyard. But the other thing is I didn't also want to view a 13-foot monstrosity that's 40 feet long. Maybe a smaller travel trailer might be the way to go, or maybe an Airstream. It's kind of cool. If we did the Airstream, we would do a cool deck, and make, do all the nice little thing, cafe table out front, just make it look and feel right. We're still, I don't know. We're just dicking around.
I've got a prediction, and I could be totally wrong, because it sounds like you in your mind, you're kind of like sold on the idea, like the plan of an Airstream. I think you are going to actually go see one, and you're going to walk in and go, what the fuck? This is too fucking small. There's no goddamn way I want one of these.
I can't stand up in this.
Right? For those of you who don't know, Doug is 6'4". He's fucking tall. So yeah, I know you don't want one that you walk in. You don't need 9-foot goddamn ceilings.
No.
But you don't want to have to bend over every time you go in either.
Yeah, especially because I'm pulling a lot of money out of my wallet. That's a true bend over. Look at these things. Like no,
and even though you're saying that it is so that when JJ's mastermind clients come over and stay and do like an extended weekend or something, they can stay out there. There are going to be times where she's going to be like, hey, Susan really wants to stay in the house. Would you mind spending the weekend in the trailer? So you better plan on spending some time there.
That would be like no problem. As long as I got my internet connection, I got my microphone, my big screen TV, my Netflix, I'm in good shape.
Dude, I love it. I like this plan so much more than, building something out back and running fucking piping and goddamn water and electric and everything else to it. This is a way better plan, I think.
You can't do anything in our backyard for less than $200,000. It's just how it's going to be. And if I do a travel trailer, it will be so much less expensive. Yes, it's going to be a temporary setup, but I think it's going to be temporary for a considerable period of time.
I've seen some trailer setups like that look quite permanent, that look quite elegant, and the money you save on not having to run permanent electricity out there, you can afford to wrap it and not make it look like a goddamn ad for whatever company sells them and shit. Yeah, I'm with you.
Thinking a single wide, thinking a trailer.
I love it.
Double wide. Give me a double wide.
Give me the double wide.
God. All right, let's head out of here. We got shit to talk about. We'll talk to you guys in our community next week. Strickland, don't go anywhere. I have shit to talk to you about. But in the meantime, Steve O'Brien, go ahead and take us out of here.
For the Nice Guys on Business, I'm Steve O'Brien. I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids.